Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Lanoy, and I'm going to be doing my presentation tonight on microplastics in the ocean. Um, Now I'm going to ask you guys all, what do you think one of the major contributors to microplastic in our ocean is? On the left, you see a picture of all types of different garbage, lots of various different types of plastic. On the right is a close-up of a sample collected. There's a little fish. And we see all the various different forms of the microplastic. But what exactly is the main producer of this plastic, this microplastic? And is it, garbage? Is it nets? What exactly is it? We know that the plastic breaks down, it weathers over time, it becomes this microplastic. It oftentimes can come into the runoff of water, but what is the number one contributor? Well, microplastic comes from number one, synthetic textiles. Basically, this is clothes that have been washed in your washing machine that release little microfibers. Here we see acrylic, polyester, and the least fiber producing polyester cotton blend. Microplastic pollution is caused by washing processes of synthetic textiles, and it's recently been assessed as the main source of primary microplastics in the ocean. Basically, it goes like this. A successful procedure to evaluate microplastics released from fabric was set up. The amount of microplastics depends on the fabrics, laundry products, and washes. An increased amount of microfibers is released by woven polyester. Softener and bleach reduce fibers, damage, and breaks. High temperature, washing time, and mechanical action increase the microfiber release. The release of microplastics from synthetic clothes is mainly caused by the mechanical and chemical stresses that fabric undergoes during a washing process in a laundry machine, which leads to the detachment of microfibers from the yarn that constitute the textile. Due to their diminishes, the released microfibers could partially pass through water waste treatment plants and reach directly to the oceans. These fibers contribute to ocean plastic pollution in a subtle but pervasive way. The fabrics they make, along with synthetic natural blends, leach into the environment just by being washed. So how does this impact the environment and our society? Small organisms like zooplankton and small fish are near the bottom of the food chain, which means that they are consumed by lots of other animals like larger fish or seals. When any large animal eats zooplankton, the microplastic that were consumed by the zooplankton could get transferred to the larger animals. Through this process, the entire ecosystem and food chain is affected by microplastics. Microplastics could leach toxic chemicals into the body of any animal and human that consumes it. And when microplastic enters the food chain, they could affect the balance of the entire marine ecosystem. Experiments show that microplastic damages aquatic creatures as well as turtles and birds. They block digestive tracts, diminish the urge to eat, and alter feeding behavior, all of which reduce growth and reproductive output. Their stomachs stuffed with plastic. Some species end up starving and die. It's likely also that ingesting microplastics could further expose us to chemicals found in some plastics that are known to be harmful. These chemicals have been linked to a variety of health problems, including reproductive harm and obesity, plus issues such as organ problems and developmental delays in children. Microplastics also can impact marine life, which impacts coastal communities who rely on fish for their main source of protein and food. Microplastic is ugly as well as harmful, and with an increase in pollution on beaches and waterways, tourism can go down in places that are reliant on the economic boosts gained by the tourism, impacting those residents and businesses. So what do we do? Well, here are some solutions. Buy natural fibers such as hemp, organic cotton, or wool. Also, buy fewer clothes overall. The one that I think is the most sustainable solution, though, would be investing in washing machines that need to be designed to reduce emissions of fibers to the environment. Creating fiber filters for washing machines. Also, textile manufacturers could also design fabrics that shed less. Clothing companies could utilize them, and consumers could be more mindful. In conclusion, I hope that you all learned from this presentation to be mindful of your clothes and your washing machine. And every time you do a load of laundry, to remember the impact that that one load of laundry has on the environment. Thanks for listening.